Hey everybody, welcome back to Age of Bison. Platypus Slayer here, coming with another game from our 2v2 tournament that is currently still ongoing. We have begun the upper brackets, but this is one of the many games from the lower brackets that we are trying to, sift through and just get as many good games as we can and showcase all the various teams of the various different levels and styles off. And, we've got another exciting one here today on the great state, they would say, and also map of Texas. I'm joined here by McCleves. McCleves, how's it going?
Very well, very well. This is one of the I would say like higher elo matches of this tournament so far. Yeah, very good players. All of these. We've seen Darren Frank the Tank win against Ravnak and Kinesi, so that's or win one game, but that kind of shows how good they are. And a new player is just really famous for his incredible Cav micro and eco as well.
Correct, and Jack also very good Inca player, and
Yeah.
this looks like it's going to be a competitive series. So with that, we are going to get right into this. Here on the right side, you've got, again, Daro and Frank the Tank. Daro playing as Ottoman, Frank the Tank playing as Russia. Two very strong civs, and they synergize together very well. Over here on the left side, you have a new player playing as Mexico. Definitely a civ that has a lot of variety, and you never really know what Mexico is going to do until it does it. There's even a joke of,
So when it's a new player, you kind of know what it's going to do, but it's still really hard to beat.
exactly, yeah, get a new player. He tends to go for a boom mixed with cavalry. Um, Here in the corner two for Inca, it looks like they're opening with one Concha house so far, so I would expect to see perhaps a TP.
Yeah, TP
Or
probably.
nope.
Oh no, there's the second that. Yeah, no TP.
Oh,
Should have
going.
gone for a market too, but
I think
oh
that's.
maybe he wants. Hmm.
I think he
He
is.
does have a villain wood.
Yeah, and he's got this treasure right here. So, if he's doing that, that will help his eco go up, right? These concha houses, pretty decent trickle of food. Um, yeah, just good flexibility there. And I feel like Inca again, it's a civ that you really do have to, take advantage of every little bit, right, to get the most out of the civ.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good save, but it's not OP. You really have to work on it.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, securing all the cows here for Darren and Frank the Tank.
And
Also,
with that, looks like what do you call it? The cards are now, or the
oh,
home city decks are now coming in.
interesting H1 card there. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, the Sexus or Czech or Seke system, really good one. Sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong. If anyone is from
Check
the
system.
Andes,
Yeah.
I do apologize. I've actually been there a few times. One of my favorite places on the planet, and one of the probably most friendly and uh, just awesome people to hang out with. Anyways, going into the game, pretty standard Inca deck besides that card, right? Even with the new Maceman card. Um,
Oh,
New
yeah.
player, OP Eric. Looks like a fairly standard Mexico deck. Of course, Mexico can revolt, so there's no guarantee that this is what we'll see, and he'll add federal cards as we go. Um,
He's got a lot of H2 cards there.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So two villager cards, pretty standard Ottoman deck. We've seen him use this to great effect, right? The Akasini card, which
Oh
my
yes. Yeah, the Cav archers.
mhm. and
Double damage against villagers is quite insane. And it looks like they're really getting the good part of the cows here.
I'd say so. Um, Quite a bit of cows. Yeah, although there's still a few left. And already Hacienda coming extremely forward from a new
Oh
player.
no,
So, ooh,
that's a lot of cows too.
look at all, and quite a bit of cows too. So definitely not a bad haul for each side.
Yeah. Let's say that's team diagonal flanks looks like it's going to be you know pretty aggressive with this forward ascender.
Exactly. And it looks like Russia aging up with the quartermaster. a new player going to age 2 with Tlaxcala, which gives him, a bit of a boom and some native options. And
Oh yeah.
aging up with the Elder. I forget which one that is for Inca. I do believe that is
I
the
think
one
it's
that
the
gives
wood upgrades.
correct. I
Or
think
no,
so.
no, no. It's the yeah. It's the 2 wagons. Sorry.
Okay, so it's
Pretty
either
sure.
2 wagons or 2 wood. We'll try to keep a look there because there's already coming down XP trickle, and Daro, as Ottoman, is up first.
And oh, what? Oh wait, that's a word. My bad. Yeah. So
And,
we've got a stable going up while he's sending janissaries. I like that.
well, yeah, they're expecting probably pickies, right? Mexico, their
Yeah.
Pike Strelet Rodello combo is pretty deadly, and let's see if we can catch what that age up was. Nope, definitely probably the wood chopping. Yep.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah.
Wow, great treasure too for Inca to pick up.
Oh yeah, so much XP. That's great. Like it's great for anyone, but some civs just you know have a little bit more use from XP, and Mexico definitely isn't one of those because they already have a lot.
It's interesting too. Even though Russia aged up with 14 vills, I don't see a lot of units out yet from Russia. So let's see here.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
going,
true.
yep, with the 3 Tombow Travaux, right? So Inca looking to get kind of lock down the map. Pickies and Spearmen. Okay, good combo there, but they might run into some trouble with these Janissaries and possibly the Bajabooks, the militia from Ottoman.
Yeah, the Ottoman militia. Well, Ottoman really needed a militia that can kill infantry. It's.
But how should we say this? The community at large is somewhat divided, largely against the reason of God, why did Ottoman need more ways to stop rushes? That being said, these pickies are absolutely disgusting, and we've already got the first batch of Chinacos out. Those Chinacos would deal handedly with militia.
Yeah, and going musketeers is is probably a good idea too for Russia.
Mm-hmm. Jungle Bowman now coming out for Inca, and I mean we've got quite the varied composition. You've got heavy cav, you've got well, these don't really count as goons because they were guardians, but trying to take a house down. Yeah, this is good pressure here.
Yeah, I like that. Takes down a hill and probably a second one.
Yep.
If he, yeah, there we go.
Oh, only 3
Yeah, and it's
deli.
hard to run the vills with the poison as well. Like you can you need to run a bit earlier basically.
Exactly. It's one of those kind of corner case things that you don't really think about in the moment, but it absolutely will make a difference. Spearman now
Yeah.
taking down the TP. Good job.
Yeah, this is some really good pressure. Those deli though, that's going to be a bit of an issue.
Yep. Especially against the Chinacos. If you haven't played this game in a while, you'll probably look at these Chinacos and you'll be like, wow, they're actually dying to heavy cav, right? Because for the first half of their existence, these things basically demolished everything. Ooh, good Phil raid.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to hurt. Every odd time Ottoman loses a Vil, it hurts. And only snags 1, but now the Chimu are out. Ooh, a little bit off balance, though. And these Deli men are getting a lot of value.
That's good catching them with the pikes there. That was pretty nice. And Russia is really, Russia's mass just doesn't seem to really get going.
No, and I mean, these Janissaries, again, these Inca Spearmen, while one of the better, if not the better, like, Spearman units in the game, Janissaries do have high hand attack base, right? And so out of all
Yeah,
the
and
Musketeers to
high
throw them
HP
into,
too.
yep, probably not the
With
best.
melee resist, so yeah, it's really. Um, I also wanna say that this is not what we usually see from a new player. He likes to usually boom a bit more, but it seems like they've really chosen the rush this time. Chosen violence.
Yeah,
So,
and good job to him. I mean, look at Ottoman. Ottoman score it has cratered. Now both teams, this is kind of an awkward position, right? Russia underscores. So when you see Russia, with a higher score than just about anybody. That's a weird feeling, right? But at the same time, Ottoman,
Yeah,
a Civ that doesn't really bounce back very quickly unless it's late game and they have all their TCs. They've been
and he was
crippled.
popped too, so it's really rough.
Yeah. Bandit Riders doing okay. Do they count as light infantry in their tag? Nope, just Guardians. So they will take quite a while for these Strelets to eat through.
Oh yeah, it's odd that they aren't actually counted as heavy infantry. I
All
think
right.
yeah, Inca's sending more warheads trying to lock down the map. Meanwhile, oh, so nice having a hacienda there that can garrison.
Yeah.
I,
Oh, that's why
I
he was
remember like,
distracted. Sorry.
oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. And doesn't get the house out in time there. Therefore, that's a good rate.
Wow. And I think just with that, despite being under extreme pressure, and I think, Team Nilla Ninjas here is now able to kind of exert some pressure back and be on the offense. Again, Delhi are the fastest, maybe not the fastest, but like the two pop Cav. They're one of the fastest base. And that
Yeah,
allows them
they're
to
slightly
get away.
faster than. Although, what about Chineko? What's their speed?
6.75.
Oh yeah, it's just normal as our speed.
Another raid now coming in. Snags the Chasky. Will he snag a Vil? And they also have,
Probably because they attack so fast.
exactly. Sorry for looking away, but looks like one Vil does go down. They do have again the faster attack rate, and that does allow them to be even deadlier as raiders.
And all the while we see Russia just taking off with their
Hmm.
score.
Wonder what cards Russia has sent. He has sent okay, spice trade.
He's got Spice Tree, and yeah, that makes sense. But his side of the map is starting to be quite empty of food, so they kind of need to push out sooner or later.
Wow, double cav too.
But he does have a huge mass though. Wow.
And this can be scary too, because again, the Chimu runner, they do count as hand cav.
Massive one.
Yeah, these Chinakos, if they connect, right, with those Strelets, they're just gonna annihilate them. And going double
Yeah, but
cav
I
is
think there
control.
aren't enough archers to really, take down the musketeers. And this is a good fight for Russia.
It is. Over here too, looks like we got a little bit of a counter raid, some stuff going on over here, but the main fight looks like Daro and Frank are able to push him back. Wow, what good control there. I mean, fighting under the blockhouse, moving their units around. But at the same time, same from New Player and Jack. I mean, it wasn't like either team was able to get, unpunished contact onto the counter units, right? Like each one of them just
No,
jockeying for position.
certainly, and the early rush did do a lot of damage to Ottomans, so they're playing well. Russia's aging. Okay, just Exile Prince. Capitalism, that's a very late send for capitalism, but I suppose probably doesn't have much better to send right now.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Sending in Chincha Brewing, but how many of these houses does? Only 4.
Only 4, yeah, okay.
Well,
okay.
5, 6,
Well,
7, 8.
Oh, well, okay. I'd still probably send Wood instead of, but he's a better player than me, but just expand that. Oh, look. The Chineko's in defense formation to better raid.
Yep. But now it looks like the Chimu are starting to come out in force, and these units are just absolutely. They're just game enders. They're so slippery. They can get places. I mean, they're so much faster than you would expect.
Yeah.
Coupled with the Chinako, I mean, I guess they are weak to like a double heavy infantry change up, but just
Yeah.
it's such a risk for these two civs.
I have a theory that these Chimus they are wrapped in they are wrapped in soap, and that's why they get through everything.
Right, or oil from the plantations. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe it's oil. I don't know. It's something that just look. They
Whoop.
just nope.
Look at this though.
Oh,
While they're
okay. And the
distracted with the
musketeers
Slippery
are all
boys.
gone. Oh well,
Oh, good catch there from Eric, right? I mean, scene
that's
advantage.
really
He'll
good.
get some
Yeah,
vills too. Yeah. Looks like what, 2, 3 Chinakos for idling plus a bunch of Strelets. I mean, good job there. The Chimu do kind of
yeah.
back off. But here's the thing though, now that Russia's in H3, their
And
units are going
Ottomans
to,
is going to H3 too.
yeah, this could get really deadly. But of course, new player, he's going to age up
Okay,
with
okay.
Tabasco.
Spicy.
Yes, spicy. I also really like the free text they get for the Salteadors, especially in his deck. Does not have any of the cards for it, but
Oh yeah.
it's still a good one. Oh, Inca.
Another Vil going down. And this hunt is like really forward and very annoying for Russia. He needs to get that in.
Yeah, he
And
does.
each time Yuri comes in and just
Just
kills the
doinks.
Vils, man.
Yep. So a little bit of I wouldn't say peace, but I think both sides here are trying to jockey, right? And again, good job, Eric. He's realizing that this hunt is basically the last safe hunt that they have, other than this middle hunt now.
I suppose Ottoman has. Yeah, no, that's also quite far.
Yeah, it's basically this one is the and this one here probably too
He's
vulnerable.
managed to. Yeah, he's managed to get that one herd in though.
Oh, is he gonna snag
And
a Vil?
oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that he has to. And now he.
Oh, but
Oh
the
man.
deli come in, and these are
Oh,
veteran delis
and
now. Ooh.
yeah, and he has to sacrifice 3 units, not getting a single villager either. Oh, that hurts. Mm.
Wow.
It happens.
Yep.
Not
Now,
every raid can be a success.
if you think about it too, like looking at the score, right? Darrow and Frank are in the lead, but Darrow's still pretty weak. I mean, if that deli mask gets smoked
Yeah,
somehow, it's probably still GG. That being said,
yeah.
everyone's in age 3.
Oh, yeah, and we've got Kalmuks now. That's a very good call from Russia.
Mhm. God, look at that food. This guy will be going to age 4 soon.
Oh goodness, what a yeah. Russia really scales quite well, to be honest. It's like it's one of those cities that just their eco just grows naturally. You don't really have to do much for it, but at the same time, it's like it's not as good eco as like Brits or Dutch or so, but it's still really decent.
I think, especially in
And you
team
can,
games, Russia can kind of
yeah,
focus a bit and they can play a bit greedier, which they're, the way that the Civ is set up does fairly well into, right? Now, I would imagine these are veteran. Nope, still normal Chinakos. Elite Jungle Bowman, though. Man, that's a lot of Strelets.
that is a lot of strats, and really the poison damage is a little bit wasted on those. So,
Wait,
okay, I
how
don't know
did...
what happened with the Ascenda there. It just revived. Did you see that?
I did. More Mexico magic.
Yeah.
But you know what? Because he popped it. Ooh, it looks like we've got a little bit of back action. Has to put down the fort
Oh,
defensively.
oh
That
yeah,
is
you could have
rough.
lost. Oh man, that is really
I
not
think he
what you
wanted
want.
it to come out here and then move back. He does have
Yeah,
Latulan
for sure.
Cinco, Cuirassier.
Oh okay. Oh yeah, and he's age 4.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Ottoman's base too. Like, seems to be a bit of a raid there,
Oh, nope.
or have been, I suppose.
Yep,
Hmm.
yep. There's the Chimu over there now. Okay. Lots of chaos going on. And then this is where these games get fun, man. But it's so stressful for the players
Oh
because
yeah,
everything's just devolving now into chaos.
and a very good flank on the Stratus too here.
Yeah, we've got Raid over
And
here.
meanwhile,
Chimu moving
yeah,
back in. On the main fight, we've got Strelitz on just kind of the Inca stuff.
yeah, it's payback time, I suppose.
Yep.
Oh, Cav Archers for Ottomans. Yeah, that's definitely good against Chimo.
Still, though, those Chimu doing a great job, getting a lot of value. Inca pushed back a bit. I mean, it's going to take a while for, especially if that stronghold goes up,
Oh
for
yeah,
Russia to push. And now, yep,
yeah, and what a
Crossier. Whew.
big forward base. Yeah, he's catching the deli. There. Okay, they're gone.
Yeah, or not.
And these archers are just in such a great position. Wait, what? How did he escape?
Oh, no. Oh, these deli are just, there's nothing around them.
A few vills. Yeah. I hope Inca has got their HP tank.
Probably not. Nope.
Nope.
This will go up though, and it'll staunch some of the bleeding, but we'll have to look at the Vil graph after the game because we're just missing raids, at all the different angles. That being said, in the main fight here in the center, it does look like Russia continues to grind and push back, but now that that stronghold is up, and we've got heavy cannons
And
up, Russia's...
cannons. Although, with the Manchu and Kalmyk, Russia can probably deal with this.
Mm-hmm. I'd think so. Good forward town center there from Daro, probably using...
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you really need those hunts, and that's just a very nice position to kind of secure it up. This mass from Russia just keeps growing too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, heavy cannons now coming out.
Yeah, Russia says, okay, you might have crippled Ottomans, but look at
this. Another raid though from the Tulansinkos.
Ooh,
And it forces them
to
divert because again, a lot of Frank's eco is here. But those Kalmucks are going to tear him to pieces.
Yeah, and Manchu as well.
But you know what? I mean, it's a good raid, all things considered. Now the Inca bows are here.
Yeah, Eric chose to kind of commit on those hills, I think. That was probably a good move.
Mm-hmm. Check at the map again, see if there's any raids. Don't see anything. But you know what? The Tulansinko Cuirassier, they do train slow, and as tanky as they are, I think he needs a mass out. I mean, Mexico doesn't really have much military units at the moment.
Yeah. He's sending a factory too. I feel like they're getting pushed back.
Uh-oh. There's the Cav archers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, he manages to save the cannons, so...
You know, I think Daro and Frank the Tank, they're starting to wind up in a major way. I mean, Russia has got to be close to, like, either, hitting huge amount of pop.
Score too, and he's aging. He's aging with the logistician. That's an interesting one. Logistician, I mean. The Russia is.
Is that the Ford or the
I think it
Falcon
sounds... it might be the Ford, actually. No, I thought it was like the balloon, but that's why I was so surprised.
Oh.
Probably isn't that.
Well, another raid now coming in. Does not get any villagers, and yeah, those Cav archers and Kalmucks,
No.
incredible value, and Manchu.
Very good anti-cav here from Russia. Yeah.
Ooh, looks like he tried to get a raid in, just was not able to get much. And
does he have the villager guard on the Cav archers?
Let's see here. Frank the Tank aging
Oh,
up.
man.
We can just click on one of these. Nope.
And there's buy to the heavy cannons too.
Mm-hmm. Chimu now though coming in. Okay, look how many Cav archers there are.
Yeah, and he's even got musketeers in there again. They're still H2, but you know.
Right. Looks like Inca trying to kind of boom a bit behind this. Mexico, not really, their economy's not doing the greatest. Yeah, his score has dropped. Inca's score has dropped. Yeah. They just don't have enough mass out to do anything about this.
Yeah, they're both behind Ottomans now. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Ottomans kind of came back here. Pretty impressive. Yeah, oh man, that factory. I mean... rough position.
Yep, losing some vills here. Yep. Akacini or Akacini, or however, again, I do apologize for my consistent butchering of many languages.
It's not in there. It's not in yet.
There's the logistician.
Yeah. Krepost Mikalovsky. 9,000 HP. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Cav archers right. Oh, but now he sends it. And
oh, there we go. And he's got a tower here, two towers. So he basically takes control of this area.
Yeah.
Now, that means that, this is. Let's put it this way: the team new player and Jack is getting pushed off the natural resources really hard right now, and that is going to be a major problem. Maybe
Exactly.
not so much for Mexico with the factories and the haciendas, but Inca is going to have trouble.
I think both these civs,
And even Mexico, kind of, yeah.
well, and because the
Like every
mass is so
single civ
small,
needs natural, yeah.
and when you think about the unit comps, right? You got Guard Strelet, with all the upgrades coming in. Russia is probably more vills than anybody. Yep, 39, 37 compared
Oh
to
yeah,
72. So double.
72, man.
Um,
Oh, and even Ottoman is probably not that far behind anymore.
no, I believe it was at 50 last we checked. 49.
Yeah,
So
50. Yeah, so he's ahead as well.
yeah,
And,
look at that huge mass. I don't think Mexico really has a good answer to this at this time. I mean, they've got the Cuirassier, but I just don't think there's
yeah, they just
enough.
need to. No, they just need to mass, but they can't really because. Ah, and they get picked off one by one here too.
Right?
Yeah, that was Manchu. Yeah, that was very clutch.
That huge force on the right. Delhi raiding on the ecos now, both players, idling them, and this is starting to look like it's gonna,
Oh,
you
and
know,
I
be
would
over
love to
soon.
see. He probably doesn't have it in deck, but I would love to see Suvorov reform now and turn all those strategies into a Musk and just siege the entire base. That would be great.
Does he even have that card? Very few players do. It's a fun
Nah,
one,
probably
but
not. But
not the most competitive.
it's it can be because it just completely throws off your opponent. But like, yeah, I can it costs an H3 slot, which are pretty valuable.
Ooh,
So
these vills now.
oh yeah,
Also,
and all he has to deal with it is Chimo, which is I suppose he
oh,
got
there's some
some
spear.
pikes. But the melee resistance on these guys makes them quite tough, and really a lot of HP too.
Lancers coming in for Inca. Looks like he's trying to boom now with the Hacienda, but I think it might be a bit too little, too late.
I see
Inca,
that Russia's westernizing too, so he's going to get all the upgrades for his units.
yeah, I mean, he's just going to grind down. I think, I mean, new player, I'm not sure even how you can get back from this position other than
Yeah,
a massive throw, perhaps, from Daro. Like, if Ruskets just walk into all those Lancers, they're not paying attention, they get picked off, but.
well, Frank is just so far ahead now.
Mhm.
Okay, Lancers are pretty good. But there's so much anti-cav too.
Yeah, there's just not enough.
No.
Only 3 Cuirassier coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, here I think that Mexico maybe it would have been better if they had gone for the Lancer shipment instead of the Cuirassier one.
Could have been. To be honest with you, I think the Mexico needed to either get Saltidors, or even Soldados out. Something to be able to slug fight, because these jungle bowmen are good,
Yeah,
but they don't really have a good response. I mean, and the Cuirassier train really slow from the fort, so as good as they are, it takes a long time for them to mass and hit a critical level, which is why you don't
yeah,
always see them being, trained in 1v1s or 2v2s. 99 vills
yeah.
by Russia.
And really, Inca's units Inca needs a big mass to be effective, and it's kind of they just don't have it right now.
No.
Especially at this point in the game, their units are a little bit squishy, and you just really need, good mass. Was that a Minuteman pop out of the
Yeah,
castle?
it's part of Treehouse
Man,
fortifications.
really?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. An
Plus this
outpost
one.
too. Okay, that's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
There's the
I didn't
Tabasco
know that existed.
separatists. But I still think, like I said, it's too little, too late. I think they're just getting ground down.
Yeah, for sure. But
Spa here
interesting.
out, killing the spearmen. Game's getting a little bit laggy. Hopefully the rest of this wreck makes it through.
Yeah.
They just can't contain Frank and Daro's power. But this is new player in Jack. I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's
Look at
over.
Russia's squirming. Oh.
Yeah. They're just.
But this is tournament setting. You don't want to just give up. It's even.
Yeah.
I know, but like, oh.
Well, everyone's down
Inca ages
H4.
before. Yeah.
You play until it's truly over. Score be damned, right? Like if this was a
Yeah.
ranked game on the ladder, you'd probably re-rack and jump
Yeah.
into the queue. But this is a tournament game, and you can sometimes force your opponent's strategies. You can find weaknesses, right? You just keep playing until it's truly without
Yeah, maybe
possibility
some
that you win
tech
back,
switch that kind of works out.
right? Check out a new card, try a new strat. You know what I mean? It's just play to play. That being said, though, I still expect this to wrap up here probably the next minute or so, just because.
Yeah, teams play is in now. Well,
Yeah.
extra range. And look at the Bashkir pony. Do they get the extra resistance too?
So the team card does
Oh, they
not
didn't.
affect that anymore. It's now locked to
Wait,
the mosque.
it doesn't anymore.
There's a new
Oh,
tech
okay,
that
that's good.
gives
That's good.
Ottoman more Spahi that's locked to
Oh well,
the mosque.
more space.
Yep. More
A
Vilstein.
huge radier man. Oh, yeah. These Bashkirs, those are solid units, right? Especially for Russia. Like Russia has a lot of squishy units, but these things are really, really strong.
They are. Oop, the Haraka going down unceremoniously.
And
New
there we
player
go.
resigns. Jack, I'm sure any second here, taking his last fight. GG is called. And with that, we
GG.
end a pretty intense 30-minute absolute slugfest here on the great map of Texas.
That was a very good game, really. Very nice early pressure by Inca and Mexico, and it really looked good for them for a good while.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they were able to defeat Ottoman, right? Cripple them, for lack of a better term, but they weren't able to really do anything to Russia. And so eventually, they had that mass, and they just were not able to, land the killing blow. I also think Eric was kind of, or not Eric, but a new player. He was kind of stuck on the cav throughout the game, and I think once, especially age 3 hit, and both these civs had cav archers, is that the effectiveness of going double cav was reduced significantly. That
Well, he did open pikes, but yeah, I do agree
Well,
that.
that's a big button, right? That's like or no,
Yeah,
sorry,
it
the
was. No,
Pikis
I
was
think
a
it was a
shipment.
shipment. Yeah.
Yeah, and pikes.
Um,
So good job, you know what I mean? But then those pikes are used for sieging. They take a lot of damage. So clinical precision there by Darrow and Frank the Tank to kind of scalpel that out and use their Janissaries that he sent by shipments. I don't think he built a barracks. I mean, those are just 5 Jans from shipment, the Baja books. I mean,
yeah.
just a really solid job
And
there.
he went Delhi and took Archer. Yeah.
hmm Taking a look here now at the post game. Yeah, I mean, even being in the commander seat, right? He still had less resources gathered, but look at Frank. He just took off.
Yeah. Yeah, man, 425 units.
Yeah,
Russia things.
exactly. Just Russia things. But Inca had quite a bit too. It's another kind of swarmy civ. Look at that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Mexico's ever able to really take off. Same with Inca. I mean, there lots of little raids here, nipping at the heels,
I
keeping
love
them
how
down.
I love how Russia, when once it gets to 3 TCs, you can just see they grow with 9 villagers per time or something like that. It's quite.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. I mean, that's the power of Russia, right? It scales so well.
It
Um,
scales really well. Yeah,
and so yeah, as the game went on, they just kind of started to dominate that way. But
that's
look,
that's what I said earlier. Like Russia just has natural scaling. It feels great. I really like it.
and again, I think at the beginning when they were pushing Darrow, even though they crippled him, Darrow's able to remass, and I look at that for the rest of the game, pretty significant military population and just a
Yeah.
lead.
Yeah, and also, well, I mean, this is a little bit skewed because it's Russia, but yeah.
Truly, right? But nonetheless, like
Still, like Russia was impressive.
it was, and Darrow again coming back, having clean execution while under pressure. Eric, all of his openings are just so clean. He was able to get so much done, and the raids from both sides. Jack doing a good job to keep in the game. Grind him out here in the middle as long as he could, and I think just eventually, um, these two civs over here on the right, Darrow and Franks, they outscaled him. They were able to push him back, and then they didn't really have a good unit comp, or they weren't able to fight as a team fully to beat the Cav Archer Strelets, plus whatever hand cav they could muster from shipments or big buttons at the church,
Yeah.
etc.
Apparently, Legacy Civ's still competitive.
They are, Mexico and Inca, they've
Sure
had their
are.
share of BS, to say the
Yeah.
least. But I think at the end of the day, especially at this high level, I think more often than not, and definitely more than some people would probably like to admit, it comes down to skill. And I think both
Oh
teams
yeah,
here
for sure.
very skilled, but Frank and Tank, I mean, being able to defend. Daro is able to defend under pressure, make the right calls, and just slowly grind him back into this game. So, GG to both sides. And any final thoughts before we wrap this up, McCleves?
No, just really well played to everyone. Really good players, good game.
Yeah. Well, thanks again for both these teams for letting us cast. Thank you, viewers, for going through the various pings. And I know my work email just pinged, but again, as we try to find time to cast and get all these games out, forgive me for the occasional work-related disturbance. Again, and just so you guys know, it looks like Frank the Tank and Daro do win this series, right? It was basically 2-0 out of a best of three. And with that, Lamaru goes on to face T and Frothy. And Frank the Tank, I forget who they go play, but they go play another seed. So there will be more games in from both these teams, I hope, either in the upper finals or if we can find some non out of synced lower brackets, we definitely will. So if you've liked the
Yeah,
ramblings
I
and
think
oh,
I
please,
think Frank the Tank faced Madonna and Carrie, right? After his,
I
I'm not entirely sure.
I'm not either. And again, digging through everything and then just finding things that aren't out of sync. I know it's a common theme. If you could put everything together, guys, and I do apologize. I'm sure people watching these videos don't want to hear me complain about that any more than I do, but it's a desperate cry for help, hoping that maybe a dev or someone that's connected to the devs can listen and just. I mean, I
Yeah,
know they're
please
aware.
fix the out of sync.
Yeah, we know though. We know that they are working on it. That they want to give the best to their community. But that being said, we've still got plenty of good stuff coming from the lower brackets. I think we have at least 3 or 4 more games, and then the upper game should be concluding here in the next couple weeks. So uh, yeah, like, subscribe, yada yada. Thanks for listening to me ramble in the post game, and we will see you all on the next one.